So welcome to today's episode. Today I'm in Singapore and we're going to be seeing what 2.5 million US dollars can buy you here for a 1,431 square foot penthouse apartment. Let's go take a look. Let's begin the tour. This is your first impression when you walk in. You're gonna walk past this kitchen, very interesting kitchen, but you have this very nice, well-lit living room area. And so well lit because these big floor-to-ceiling glass sliding doors, which I love, super high quality. You can open them right up. And after, say, sunset at night, you could open the whole place up once it cools down outside, and you'd have a really nice, entertaining space. And then also you have a lot of natural lighting coming in from up here. We'll go have a look up there in just a moment. We'll focus here on the living room area. All right, so everything that you see, the furniture, this could all be included. That's all negotiable. Okay, so if you wanted all of that. And this little dining set is the perfect choice for this size. Let's have a look at this kitchen. So it's an interesting kitchen. It's interesting because you notice that level, it is below eye level, and it makes this area a little bit more tucked away, a little bit more secluded. And when you walk in here, you look at the design, you think, okay, well, where is everything? Where's the fridge and all that? So it's all very well hidden. Actually, back here, they have a secret door that I found, and this is very interesting space. You go in here, I'm not sure what it is, whether it's a cool room or just a spare room that you could use, or just storage, but it's very discreetly tucked away. And then over here, you have fridge, freezer is down there. And then you have here, very compact, an oven, you got everything you need, okay? A lot of storage up here as well. So I really like this design because, again, it keeps all of this area kind of hidden away, but you can look through there and you see your living room. The balcony is big. For Singapore standards, it's definitely a bigger balcony. As you look around, you'll see, well, first of all, we're on the top floor. We are on level 5, and just like these buildings out here have, we also have that second level at the very top. So I'll show you that in just a moment. So it's a nice, big, spacious balcony. You can see your neighbors here. It's not overly congested here. There's a lot of room, really, and I just love the design. I love the colors, the style. They told me it's a Japanese style, but whatever it is, it's very classy, very understated. Let's go have a look at some of the bedrooms in here. So there are all 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. So this bedroom, it's not too big, it's not too small. I've seen much smaller here in Singapore. So it's a decent size. I would personally lift that bed up. Now you could turn this into an office. That's probably what I would do. I would turn it into an office, and that's your view. Lots and lots of buildings around, which is very normal here in Singapore. Space is definitely a premium. Now, tucked away discreetly under this staircase is your laundry. Okay, that's it. So you have that. You have some storage space here as well. Quite creative with their design. Let's have a look at the bathroom. I really like what they've done with the walls. They have this very nice finish, and I don't know what you call it, but it's quite interesting. And you look in the shower, it's very nice. Even the vanity, it's got this feeling of quartz, but it's got this high-end finish. I like the lighting they've done here. So it's very clean, very stylish. They've got some great finishings. Even this toilet, it looks like one of these smart toilets. So they haven't really spared any expense in putting this place together. The finishings they're high-end. Let's go up the stairs and let's see what is up here. Now, what this looks like is another bedroom. You could either have this as a bedroom or it could be a lounge area. I would use this as an office. It would be an incredible office. And look at this balcony. Just imagine, you're working all day. Sometimes you need to just come out, have a coffee, just look out, enjoy the fresh air. This should be a nice private balcony area. Now, as I say, the price is $2.5 million. So, if you compare this to something you might get in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, well, it's tiny compared to that. That's what you expect. Singapore is very in demand. Everyone wants to be in Singapore. It's one of the most livable cities that you can be in. Now, here's a bathroom as well. This one has a bathtub, which is incredible. Okay, so it's a nice bathtub. It's not enormous. It's a good size, quite deep as well. But again, I love what they've done with the wall finishes here. It looks very stylish, very modern. So as you come down these stairs, you notice this big window. So that's where all this natural lighting is coming from. Now, let's talk about location. So I've never really lived in Singapore long term, but I have been coming here for a number of years, and I always know Orchard Road. That's the most famous road. It's where all the best shopping is, beautiful wide street. Everyone knows Orchard Road. So we are about 10 minutes drive from there. And the real estate agents that were telling me, as far as this area goes, it's a very good area for medical. Lots of hospitals, medical services, and also some of the best international schools as well. So you've got the famous ACS and SGI schools, and I'm told they're very famous. Plus, you've got 2 MRTs within about 10 minutes walk from where we are. So it's a really great location. Singapore is not an enormous place, so just about anywhere you are, as long as you're close to an MRT, you can get to where you want to go relatively quickly. But this is a great central location. Now, we are on level 5, so there's no one above us, and that means that if you're in this penthouse, then you've got really nice views. Let's talk about some of the stats. So in total area, this is 1,431 square feet. So it's a decent size. I think if you had a family of, say, 4, I think you'd be very comfortable here. 3 would be even better. But it doesn't feel too crowded. I looked at some other places earlier today, which are half the size, and you can really notice the difference. So I think for a small family, this is great. You get a lot of natural light coming in. So you got this level and the level above, but great natural lighting coming in. This is at 3 p.m., middle of the day, not many lights on, and it just feels very, very open. Sometimes I see places in these cities like Singapore and Hong Kong and so on, where space is at a premium and you have a really cramped little apartment, not much natural lighting. So I think they've done a great job with the big windows. These are solid, big glass sliding doors, high quality. So you really appreciate that. You can open up that entire balcony as well, and it's a big balcony. It's one of the bigger ones that I've seen on my tour here in Singapore. Now the price, let's talk about the price. So it's $2.5 million US. Earlier on, I was looking at something which was closer to 4.5, and honestly, I prefer this. It's about half the size, but the finishings and the quality of the build, it's top notch. So for $2.5 million in Singapore, you have to understand everything is at a premium. Space is in short supply. It's in such short supply that recently they made it so that foreigners have to pay an additional 60% on top of the normal prices. And they did that because they wanted to avoid a real estate bubble. And that was increased in the last year. It used to be 30%. Shortly before that, it was 20%. Now it's 60%. Now, the good news is if you are from the USA, you are from one of 5 countries, I'm told, which are exempt. So you wouldn't have to pay any extra. But if you're from Australia or the UK, then yes, you are going to have to pay a lot more. Now, let's say you wanted to invest in a place like this and you don't want to live here, but you want to just have it as an investment. You want to rent it out. The good news is it's not going to be hard to find a tenant. Because property is in such short supply right now, getting tenants, this is a great time to own property in Singapore. It's one of the more expensive times to buy in, but if you already had brought in, getting tenants is not hard. So in terms of rent, you would be looking at about $6,000 per month. So if you wanted to come here, live short term, if you could get a short-term rental, that's what you're looking at for a place like this. That's about $200 per night. Think about that. You could go and stay at a hotel. Currently, I'm staying at a hotel on Orchard Road, and I'm paying closer to $300, but you'd essentially be paying, what you're paying to stay at a hotel in terms of rental, and it'd be a very nice place though for $200, but that's what it would be per night. So $6,000 per month, that's $72,000 per year. On 2.5 million invested, that's going to be almost 3%, which might not sound really high. I've heard of higher and lower here in Singapore, when you take into account that the stability of the Singapore dollar, it's very good long term, and the fact that over time, Singapore as a proven real estate market, the way that this country is run, this city, what they've done over the last few decades with attracting foreign investment here and just how they run this place, I think Singapore over the long term is a very safe bet. So this is the gym. It's a relatively simple gym, not a lot of equipment. It looks like they're still going to be adding in more equipment as we go. Good quality machines, live fitness machines. You got an excellent treadmill there. So you can work up a sweat, do some weight, and then come on out to the pool. After you work up a sweat in the gym, you can come on out to the pool. They've got beautiful gardens here. Just the colors, the design of the buildings, the gardens, even the tiles in the pool. I think they've done an excellent job of designing this place. They have a nice fountain over there, so very relaxing, shaded place. You can come sit out here, relax, read a book. It's one of the nicer pools I've seen. All right, so that's the end of the property tour. I hope you enjoyed that. If you do want to be put in touch with the real estate agent, reach out to me and I can introduce you. And if you want any help with moving to Singapore or abroad and you want to set up your plan B, I can also help you with that. There should be details below. Otherwise, that's it for today's episode, and I will see you in the next one.